All right, so this is the heat map we've been looking at nationwide, now down to 70% of the counties with high transmission rate. Maybe a month ago, we started seeing that California was in a substantial transmission rate by the state. There were still some counties that had high transmission, but the overall state average was in the substantial transmission. But pretty rapidly, we're seeing this the southeast is a lot of those counties are in the moderate range. So that's good news. It'd be nice to see the Northwest follow suit. I did put this up here to just show the criteria that for the CDC high transmission rate, and it's a little confusing because we use a 14-day moving average, and they use a 7-day. When we present our 14-day case rate, we would just have to half that to get to coincide with the CDC guidelines. But anyhow, I just wanted to show this for your review, how they classify transmission. And this is the case rate curve, and we noticed last week there was a little bit of a flattening, and nationwide there's been just a minimal decline over the past 7 days. We also noted this in Washington State, this little flattening of the case rate curve, and then now we're starting to see it going down a little bit more. And likewise in Walla Walla County, I'm choosing the 7-day case rate curve because it makes these small changes easier to see because they flatten out with a 14-day case rate curve. But you can see our cases are starting to plummet, and talking with our epidemiologists, we're seeing that as well. And as a matter of fact, our internal case rate numbers are even lower than this. So like this 14-day case rate curve, that's what we've been normally presenting because that's what Washington State was going by. As of yesterday, we were at 418, but our internal case rate number is 384. So that's good news. Looking at vaccine penetration in our county versus the state, these are the corresponding numbers, although there is some disparity between data collection from the state level and from the CDC and from what the Department of Health gathers. And so our numbers actually look a little bit better from the information that the CDC has because they include the prisons and VA and things like that. But just looking at the Washington State data for the percent of the total population vaccinated, we rank 14 out of 39 counties. If you look at the percentage of the population, total percentage of the population that initiated vaccination, we're 12 out of 39 counties. If you look at 12 plus fully vaccinated, it's 16 out of 39 counties. So we're hovering above the median and slightly better depending on what parameter you want to look at. Looking at our vaccines in Walla Walla last week, we had 4 12 and over clinics at Southgate. We had 1 pediatric clinic on Saturday, which was a big success. We also had mobile clinics, and our total doses last week were 739. Of those, 286 were from the pediatric clinic, and 340 of those were booster doses. Commissioners, you had questions about the schools, and that program starts tomorrow, and it includes public schools throughout the county, not just Walla Walla, and including booster doses. That program will wrap up slightly just after the new year. I know Commissioner Mayberry, you've had concerns about consenting, and especially with the younger patients, so parents will need to be present for the elementary school kids, and the older kids, we use the same process that we used when we went through the schools for the 12 and over during that process.